Cleopatra's story begins at the twilight of an ancient civilization. Although she is remembered as Egypt's most legendary queen, Cleopatra was Greek by heritage, a descendant of the Ptolemaic Dynasty established by Ptolemy Soter, a general of Alexander the Great. The dynasty had ruled Egypt since 323 BC, but by the time Cleopatra ascended the throne in 51 BC, it was a shadow of its former self. Mismanagement and political instability had left the once great kingdom vulnerable. At just 18 years old, Cleopatra inherited the throne after her father's death. Egyptian law required her to co-rule with a male counterpart, so she was forced to marry her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII. But Cleopatra was no mere figurehead. Intelligent, multilingual, and politically astute, she soon took full control, sidelining her brother. This independence angered her advisors, who eventually ousted her and placed Ptolemy XIII on the throne. Cleopatra refused to accept exile. In 48 BC, as Julius Caesar pursued his rival Pompey into Egypt, she saw an opportunity to reclaim her power. The story of Cleopatra being smuggled into Caesar's presence, hidden in a rolled-up carpet, is the stuff of legend. Captivated by her wit and charm, Caesar became her ally and lover. With his help, Cleopatra defeated her brother's forces and reclaimed the throne, ruling alongside her son Caesarion, who was widely believed to be Caesar's child. Cleopatra's relationship with Caesar brought her to the heart of Roman politics. She lived in Rome for a time, dazzling its people with her wealth and sophistication. But after Caesar's assassination in 44 BC, Cleopatra returned to Egypt with her son, facing an uncertain future. In 41 BC, Cleopatra encountered Mark Antony, a key figure in Rome's political landscape. Tasked with overseeing the eastern provinces, Antony was immediately struck by Cleopatra's presence. She famously presented herself as Aphrodite, goddess of love, arriving on a golden barge adorned with jewels. Their meeting led to a powerful alliance and a passionate love affair. For the next 10 years, they ruled their domains together, raising 3 children. Cleopatra and Antony's partnership enraged Octavian, Julius Caesar's adopted son, who saw them as a threat to his authority. Their growing tensions culminated in a civil war. In 31 BC, Octavian's forces decisively defeated Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium. Their dreams of a united empire were shattered. Rather than face capture, both Antony and Cleopatra chose death. Antony, believing Cleopatra had died, fell on his sword. When she found him mortally wounded, Cleopatra held him as he took his last breath. Soon after, she ended her own life, reportedly using a venomous snake. This act marked the end of the Ptolemaic Dynasty. Octavian annexed Egypt, executed Caesarion, and brought Cleopatra's remaining children to Rome. For centuries, Roman propaganda vilified Cleopatra, portraying her as a manipulative seductress who dared challenge Rome's might. However, modern historians paint a different picture. Cleopatra was a brilliant, resourceful leader who fought to preserve her kingdom in an era dominated by men. She ruled with grace and intellect, keeping Egypt independent for as long as she lived. Her legacy has transcended time, immortalized in art, literature, and film. Cleopatra remains an icon of ambition, intelligence, and resilience. A queen whose life was marked by love, power, and one of history's most compelling tragedies. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible stories from the ancients.